awesome to be with you guys. I'm not sure which hand I want to hold this mouse in because I'm used to holding the mic in the right hand and clicker in the other. This is a mouse, not a clicker. How you guys feeling? You guys feeling today? Awesome. We are so excited to be here. We can't tell you. We're overjoyed. We're really pumped about the success that you guys are having and just the speed of growth that's taking place with the team here in Hawaii right now under the leadership of Elias and just all of you guys, man. You guys have raised up a crop of leaders that we are truly, truly proud of. I want you guys to give yourselves a big hand. Great work. Awesome. We're going to talk about running week to week. All right? So GJ just talked to you guys about, opening up the month with a bang. What if we could treat every single week just like a month? Have you ever thought about that? What if every single week you had the exact same prowess in mind to go out and to attack and to run just like you did every month? Now, you guys have done a great job because I've participated in some late night, end of the month, 3 a.m. Atlanta time, rally calls, and I can remember sitting up there and actually setting an alarm on my phone while I'm sitting in the recliner to make sure I'm awake for the rally calls for you guys. And you guys know how to crush the end of the month. You're doing great with that. What if we could turn up the notch on speed? Would you guys be cool with that? Yeah. What if you could go even faster? Now, some of you guys are thinking, oh my goodness, I don't know how we can go faster than we have been. But just what if you could? What if you could get just a few extra results every week, a few more rising stars that would turn into a few more regional directors? What if you weren't chasing that rank at the end of the month because you had people hitting it in the second week or maybe, 15 or 18 days in? Would that excite you?
Yeah.
Awesome. Here in network marketing, it's all about urgency. It's all about creating a sustainable momentum. One of my mentors used to tell me all the time, man, you just got to get momentum. If you just get this thing going to where it's in momentum, bro, that's what you got to find. And he preached that mantra to me again and again and again because he knew that I had not yet found the capacity of heart to understand momentum and to go into drive momentum. But once you get a taste of it, you guys, let me tell you, it's kind of like getting a taste of being a six-figure passive earner. Once you taste it, you don't ever want anything else, right? Momentum is so exciting because you've got a mess that is so big on your hands that you don't even have time to go into management mode because management mode is a killer, right? And that's not what we're doing here. We are always in phase one. I call it forever phase one. Everybody say that. Forever phase one. Always. And that's one of the reasons in the 7 questions that define us. Many of you were with us at the National Director and Above training out in Atlanta. One of the questions is, how do we go fast? We feel the waiting room, right? So creating that urgency and that momentum. So what we want to teach you to do is creating an end of the month feel every single week, closing out the week like you do the month. And some of you are getting the picture of how you closed out the month just a few days ago, and you're thinking, oh my goodness, I don't know if I can do that every single week and then still get up and go to work. Let me tell you guys, if you start doing this every week, you won't have to go to work anymore. Because you will become job optional, just like on the video, right? Just like Kevin Merriweather. And that's what we want to see happen for you. So there's 2 ways that you do this. You're going to be focusing on 2 groups of people every single week. You're going to be focusing on those brand new promoters that have just gotten started in the last couple of days. And you're going to be focused on those people who are right at the end of their 30 days. They're coming up on the end of their shot to hit Rising Star Director. So you don't need to be worrying about the people that are in their second and their third week, right? If we're always focused on the people who have just gotten started this week, what it does is, number one, it keeps us out of management mode. And it also keeps us working with brand new, fresh blood that has the potential to go underneath those people that are in their second and third week if they're working the way they're supposed to, right? And if they don't, they become the bait. I tell people all the time, listen, you're either going to be the bait or take the bait. Which one is it, right? So let's talk about the brand new promoters first. We call this Operation Duplication. Everybody knows the 3 steps to director. Say it with me. GST, pre-party, party. Say it again. GST, pre-party, party. Now, we call our Getting Started training 7 days to director. For a long time, we were, focusing on the 30 days. And how many of you have had people that get started and they wait till the end and then they don't cross the finish line? Have you had that happen?
Yes.
We were seeing that happen a lot. And somebody came up with a brilliant idea. Hey, forget that. We're not pushing for 30 days. We're pushing for 7 days. Mm-hmm. And some of us have even adopted the mindset of first day director.
Yeah.
First day director. How many of you like to know how to go director your very first day?
Yeah.
You create the list and you do the work in one day that most people are taking 7 to do. You do the work in one day that the majority of people are taking 30 days to do. My very first day, I made $43, put 43 people through the funnel, and closed 5 ESSs. Rising star day 1. It's not hard, is it? It's simple. But instead of making 3 calls today and 5 tomorrow and 10 the next day, I just did 43 in one day. How many of you could do that? How many of you can help your people do that?
Right.
Do you see how you're going much faster getting that duplication? So, but we got 7 days to director, and we do this training after every single presentation. I always have people trying to come up with some scenario where it might be a good idea not to do the getting started training. Can anybody give me a good scenario where it would be the right idea to not do the getting started training? Because I'm waiting to hear it. This is going to be exciting. Anyone? Bueller? Gwen's got one? Oh. Now, guys, listen, there is no scenario. It doesn't matter how small the party is. Sometimes when we're one-on-one, we get a little kind of sweaty in the armpits, and we're not really sure, well, should I really go ahead and go into the training, or maybe we start talking too much. No. If it's Kelly and me, and we sit down and we do a challenge party, and it's in the middle of the afternoon, it's the only time we can get together. We go through, we watch the video. I say, Kelly, just like Nick said, you're a 1, 2, or 3. Which one are you? She says she's a 3. Great. Here's your application. Let's go ahead and get your getting started training done. When?
No.
Right now. And we sit down and we watch the getting started training together. Even better, you've got as a captive audience, you can start doing pre-party phase immediately, right? What if there's 300 people in the room? When do you do the getting started training? Right now, okay? And then we pre-party right away within their first 48 hours. How many of you know that the people on your teams that you've helped put money in their pocket within their first 24 to 72 hours are the ones that stick around the longest? Have you guys witnessed that? You get money in their pocket in their first 48 to 72 hours, man, you've got them for at least 90 days. And that's what you need. You've got them into their 90-day challenge now. They're pretty much locked in. If it's been 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and you've not really gotten under them, what's the most common phrase we hear them say? This ain't working. Yeah, you guys have heard it before. So you've got to get underneath them right now. What does it mean to get underneath them? That means that you're making calls with them. This is one step that many leaders miss. You've got to be making those calls with them. What does that mean? That means they've got their list, because in the getting started training, they have to make their list. Immediately we say, hey, 25 is just a starter pack. We got to get you all the way up to about 200 to 300 names. Let's go ahead and do that right now. Use the memory jogger, get that list going, and then you're making the dials with them. Why would that be a good idea? Because when you're making those dials alongside with them, you're doing on-the-job training. How many of your people have said to you, I don't know what to say? Have you guys heard that one? Guess what? If they hear you say it, now they know what to say. How many times do they need to hear you say it before they know what to say? Probably about 20 times. Probably about 20 or 25, because we're talking about the law of averages, that most people out there can hear the same thing 10 times and they're like, I still don't know what to say. And so you have to sit down with them in that first 24 to 48 hours, and you're making these dials with them. Why? Because what you're doing is you're filling up their party. You are participating in filling up their party at their house with the people that they know from their list. And then you do their challenge party. You help them schedule it, which is a part of the getting started training, right? Makes them schedule their party immediately. Then you're helping them fill it up during the pre-party section. And then you set that party up with them. What does that mean? That means you're going in for that first party. You're literally helping to walk them through every single step. Yes, you want to send them to party.visalis.com also, so that they have a good idea of what's going to go down. But you need to show up there with them, have the forms, have the shake mix, have the, unless they've got their kid in. Most times they won't have their kid in yet. If you're moving as quickly as you need to be moving, they probably don't have their ESS yet, right? So make sure that you're there and you're helping to dot the I's and cross the T's and walk them through the process of doing that party. So you schedule it, you fill it, you set it up, and then you're there to help them close it. Because how many of you know your brand new people are petrified of closing out that party, right? And they fumble all over themselves. So that is operation duplication, guys. And if you're doing extra steps outside of that, then you are not running the play. And one of the great things about Visalis that is superior to all the other companies that I have ever seen in 17 and a half years in this industry is that they are systematic about everything they do. From the microcosm of just how to run a challenge party all the way down to the event cycle and the slide decks. Everything is a system, right? Just like McDonald's. If we walked into McDonald's and stood at the counter right here, where's the shake machine? It's right there, right? Where are the fries? They're right over there. Where's the secret door that nobody knows where it goes? It's right over there, right? It's a system. Guys, don't deviate from the system. Those are the 3 steps that we run again and again and again. And this is with our brand new people. We're doing this with them when? Now. We're talking about the people that it's their first week in the business, and we're going to run at least 2 or 3 parties with them in those first 7 days, hopefully 3. Now, this is the secret weapon. How many of you said that you do, in fact, have the Vinet mobile app downloaded on your smartphone? How many of you? Okay, there's a bunch of you that don't. Number 1, if you already have a smartphone and you don't have the app, just go to your app store and search Visalis. It'll be in there. If you don't have a smartphone, guys, it's the cost of doing business. You guys are leaders now. It's time to upgrade your phones. All right? You can get a great brand new iPhone for only the 4S for only $199. So upgrade your phone with your next big commission check, okay? And get in the world of Vinet mobile app, because this is a great way to track your organization and to keep up with what's going on. And where's my mouse going to? There it goes. GJ Technical Help.
Use that little down, click the left button.
Okay, hold on.
You got it. I hit the right one.
All right.
Hey, you want me to reverse it, bro, right there?
Yeah, go back for me. And then get me off of that.
Okay, hold on. Wait, don't touch the mouse. That.
You're the man. Awesome. Mahalo.
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy. So the quick reports, you got to have that smartphone. You got to be pulling these reports consistently. Those quick reports, what are they for? They are to drive the end of your month behavior, but also the end of your week behavior. Okay? We're looking to see who's close to Rising Star, who's close to the enrollers pool, and then who's close to the BMW. So let's talk about expiring stars. The first thing we talked about a minute ago, whenever we're looking at our reports this week, who are the first group of people that we're working with? We're working with the brand new people, right? Everybody say the brand new people.
Brand new
people. Who is the other group of people that we're working with? Everybody say expiring stars. Yes. 2 groups of people we're working with. Number 1, brand new people. Number 2, expiring stars. So this has really become the game changer in creating massive momentum, you guys. Pulling this report and seeing who is about to go off the month and miss their chance at hitting Rising Star. And so what this is, it allows us to do is to really create urgency. So if I call up Nani and I'm saying, hey Nani, listen, you're running out of time this Thursday night at midnight, and you've already got like 1,200 in volume, girl. We've got 800 left to go. Are you ready to run to Rising Star? If I get in the trenches with you and help you, are you willing to do what I say to help you to push you over the line? And you get a confirmation from her that she's ready to run. How many people do you have, if you were to go down your list right now, that are on the verge of expiring? It's probably a bunch. What if you could get every one of them across the line? What would that do to your volume? Right? Some of you that are RDs that are wanting to hit Indy, your national director rank promotion is right there in your quick reports. It's waiting for you. All you got to do is go find 3 people that are ready to run to RD and pull their quick reports and see who they have that's sitting in the waiting room and go run them, right? Show them what's in it for them. Rising Star ends every single Thursday night after their 30 days. Now, this is a point of clarification that some of us have been unaware of in the past. Let's say that a person's 30 days is up on Sunday night. Asterisk. They actually have until Thursday night, midnight following. Okay? So if you've got somebody, and here's what I love to do. I love to get in there and I love to make them run hard until the 30 days. And then whenever they don't cross the finish line, if they're running hard on that 30th day, I say, you know what, Nani, good luck. Good news. I didn't tell you because I wanted to run as hard as we could until the end of your 30th day. But great news, we actually have until Thursday night, midnight. And then that gives them a little hope, and they're already in the mode of going hard and striving for it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Awesome. So focus only on this week's expiring stars. See, what some people like to do is to focus on next week's expiring stars now. Do you know why they do that? Because it's easier to go into management mode than it